Welcome, Cosmic Explorers, to the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour with your host, Rebecka Gregory. Gift yourself with the next hour to look within, expand, grow, and open to new possibilities. So come along for a joy-filled journey into the cosmic truth of you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. Thank you for joining us on this, what is the date? April 24th. I'm losing track of that. I think everybody else is too, with everything going on in the world right now. So I thank you so much for joining me this evening or today, or whatever time you're listening to this, if you're catching it on YouTube afterwards for the recording. And I'm very blessed tonight to have the most amazing guest that's going to be joining me in a few minutes, Corey DeFazio. So I'll tell you a little bit about him in a few here. But first of all, I just want everybody to open up and just let's just take a deep breath real quick and just settle into this time and just put your hand on your heart and just feel the love. Feel the love of yourself and allow yourself just to be with you, just listening, being present, as we have this amazing show tonight with a lot to share. So I thank you once again, a warm welcome to everyone who's decided to join us and bless us this evening. I'm so welcome to have you here. So I wanted to start out this evening just sending out love to everyone, just everybody staying safe and during, as I like to call it, Gaia's timeout. So she has really given us a timeout to be present with ourselves, to go within and just spend that time with who we are. So I hope everybody's taking advantage of that. And I know on the outskirts there's a lot of other things going on with the virus and everything, but really this is also a time just to be present with you. So I invite you this week to see what you can do to shift and change this week, to really be present with you where maybe you haven't before. One of the things I did this past week is I bought this really fun bubble machine at the $5 store, my little outing, and I just so enjoyed it's a little machine you put the bubbles in and it just blows out, and I love bubbles. So, and I just watched outside. I live on the water, and just watching the bubbles come out of this machine was just the most amazing experience. And what I learned from the bubbles watching it was so cool. You know, I always talk about as below, as above, as below, but the bubbles were showing me that. And it was just so beautiful to watch the aura on the outside of the bubbles, and each bubble had all different sizes, had the mirror image of everything, showing the as below, the mirror image everything. But in the center, there was a huge line just separating the two, and it just reminded of that heart center, of how we're going through this imaging of what we are inside is reflecting on the outside right now, and how we can be the bubble within ourselves to send out the light and love into the world that we need to. Because on the outside of each bubble was just this beautiful aura of multicolors. And that's what we need to become right now. The heart center multicolors of each of us inside of our hearts. So I welcome you this week to invite yourself to do some little cosmic exploring, try to find a little fun thing to do to maybe look at things in a different point of view. So on that note, I am also tonight, I'm going to read a message I received that actually I was going to read last week, but unfortunately the cosmos would not allow the show to come online. So here we are this week. On Easter, I was sitting, actually I was doing the dishes, and I had a message come through. So I sat down and I wrote it down, and this is what came through. I want to, and I really feel a need to share it with everyone, especially what's going on in the world right now. So just take a deep breath and close your eyes and just listen to these words and take it for what it is. Breathe it into your heart. Hello, my dear ones. This message comes from the light of the light, from the council of the light, and Lord Kuthmi and the Christ consciousness. It is time that humanity rises up to the next level. Time to change all that is and has been. This Easter is the rising of forgiveness of humanity to claim their true right with the Christ consciousness within. It is asked now that you find it in your heart to realize what you humans call Easter. Yes, it was a rising at the time I walked the planet. Now it is time you walk the planet as me, the Christ within, that glows in your hearts for all humanity to be. When I died so many years ago for humanity, I sacrificed myself to save all of you, not to worship me as you have been taught to. My light I was is the light of all of you, and as you move through this, look not of the God above, yet the God within. All prayers and miracles like within to heart and connect to all that is. I ask now that you release yourself from the belief of me as a God above that creates all and embrace the creation within you and the truth of your creation of all that is and will be. For beneath the light of day is the darkness that will now be at bay. For within all of you is all of you, a power to rise above all the pain, suffering, guilt, shame, blame, and anger locked in fear that haunts your planet. For the hand of God, the love of God through me was given to all of you. However, it was discarded and misled to look above your answer, not within. For in the heart is the heart to transform this world to the glorious heaven it was meant to be. The time has shown itself that all of you are now open to receive the truth of you that was lost so many years ago. Hidden documents lost that twisted the truth that be for the true humanity. A humanity of the most glorious Garden of Eden, based on love, joy, hope, peace, and balance for all that is. I, Jesus, at this moment send a gray of golden lavender spiral light to open the hearts of all. Listen to this message, for it is one of hope for all. Release the false illusion, see the truth, unslave yourself from the greed of humanity, and open your hearts to the love that was meant for all of you. And the day I took my last breath, and the moment I appeared to my beloved Mary Magdalene, allowing her to be the witness of all of you and the beings you truly are. Embrace that, for I am the one who died and rose again to save humanity from a fate that has been twisted in time into an illusion of falsity instead of the truth. Now is the time, my beloved dear ones. Follow the path, follow the path. Follow forth to the enlightened to the world. I died to open for all of you to receive. For who you believe in does not matter. All that matters is trust in you, your heart, and connect to all. The universe is calling out for the birth, and my light is shining down, guiding those who will listen and follow your internal guidance of truth. All will fall in the years to come once the shift has begun, or as should as I say, has begun. For it is time for the kingdom of heaven on your planet Earth. Shine, my beloved ones, shine. The rise of thought sinks in the heart to be the love of me and love of thyself. Graciously find you, and so it be and is. So just take a deep breath in and just feel that message in your heart. And I thank you for allowing me to share it this evening and opening to receive it. And hopefully it resonates with you. And help guide you for the future of finding you. So thank you again. So after that beautiful message, I want to thank you so much, everyone. And now it is time to bring on my most glorious guest, Corey DeFazio. I met Corey this New Year's time. I can't talk here. After that message, I've kind of lost my train of thought here. But that's me. And when I met Corey, I just have to tell you, just a beautiful light shined around him from the moment I met him. And, getting to know him the week I was down in Ecuador on retreat, when we were in retreat together with his two moms, I have to say the one word that comes to mind in thinking of Corey is just balance. He was just a beautiful example of the world now, of the divine feminine and the divine masculine coming together in alignment of one. And he just opened my heart so much, spending time with him and journeying with him, and taught me so many beautiful lessons. And I'm just very honored to call him a friend now and open to the beautiful message. second. Let's find him back. We're getting Corey back. We must have stunned him. Did we lose him? What happened?
Becky?
Yeah, are you here?
Yeah. I just lost. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. We were lost. You were just overwhelmed by my invitation inviting you to the show. Cut you off. Oh, can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Awesome. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say thank you so much for that message. It was wonderful. I felt lifted and golden and wow. Thank you for that. That was fantastic.
Oh, you're so welcome. I was just the messenger, so I told to send out the message. So I did what I followed my guidance. So
Hey. All right.
And that I was on. So Corey, tell me a little bit about yourself. I didn't really talk much about you, such just the fabulousness I think you are. But if you could tell us a little about yourself and what you do, and just to start off, and we'll go from there. And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I live in Northern California, and I spend a lot of time gardening, and I do healing work, energetic work, and a little bit of counseling, and I have a family and 2 kids, and I'm married, and I spend a lot of time just really focusing on consciousness and the exploration of how to remember who we are, and helping others do the same, because I know I've been on this journey for my whole life, and probably many other lifetimes.
Yes.
Of just, it really, being here can really put us to sleep, and it's a gift, because we get to learn how to wake up from that and learn everything in between as we go through that process. And it's my absolute delight to help people be guided on their journey as I've been so guided, and I just want to pass that along and help this really be a midwife for the consciousness expanding and rising during this very special time on the planet.
Yes, it is a special time. And I wanted to say also, if anybody would like to call in this tonight and have any questions for Corey or myself, I always forget to do this, Corey, 517-208-1500. So please give us a call if you'd like to shout out and say anything, ask any questions or anything else. So how has Gaia's time out been for you? Have you opened up to any new worlds or visions, or just guidance, or just a new way of looking or thinking at things that maybe weren't in place before this, having this extra time?
Well, I would start by saying that it's definitely shifted me in a way that I could look at some of the things that I needed to look at in the shadow realm, and just to see the different angles of myself that I couldn't really see before, and learning to really be in community again with my family, being home from school, and us being together more. Really just learning to be in community again has been the biggest thing, and just really learning to have that mirror there and mirrored back by all those around me, which is a big gift, and one that for years I couldn't really do. I was always running from everything and wanting to be in the cave, where it was comfortable and didn't have to look. And and just so much more connection with nature. I mean, nature has just been, every time I see a bird or a snake or a deer, and just the connection is so much greater, and I just feel so much compassion, and everything just feels so alive, and it's just been it's been wonderful, and it's also been challenging too, to go out, and as it is for everyone, and it's been a really dynamic time, and a lot of faces to it.
Yes. Have you noticed? I've noticed here an up level of nature. Talking about nature, because I love nature myself, and talking to everything, and the birds and the animals. I have noticed such an increase of the frequency with the plants and the animals. How they're communicating at a new level. That just a new vibrational level where they. I don't know if you've noticed that, just being around outside, talking about nature. Have you noticed that increase in kind of that connectivity from nature's point of view?
Yes, it seems to be amplified is the only word I would probably use, maybe is amplified, and just before I wouldn't, it seems like there's been messages coming through. And before I may have gotten a little something or a little, a feeling or something now, but there just seems to be more of a message and more of a connection and just a real coming forward. It's just, I know today I was just up in the mountains doing some work on a solar project, and I was standing there and everything just started. My whole reality of nature, it would come in and it would come out, and then it was magnified. It's probably the only word.
Yeah.
It really was, yeah.
Almost like it's like we're merging in with the energies of nature and the world at a different level than we ever have before.
That is so, yes.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's such a fun subject that it's so easy to jump in. Yeah, I mean, just it is. It's like Gaia's rising, we're rising, and then there's other energies that are spiraling down too, and just noticing the contrast between the two just really helps me and many that I know just to really jump on that train even more as the lift happens, because it's just so apparent, what's going on and the energy rising for sure.
Yes. And also the colors. I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed also, like just how things look clearer and crisper and the colors are changing, and it's like we're coming alive at a new level, or it's just beautiful to watch, especially since we've been home for a while. It's like Gaia's had time to take a deep breath and say, oh my gosh, I can breathe. Just seeing that opening up.
Yeah, what a gift that is. I know I will just mention, as far as Mother Gaia getting a breath here, when I was down there with you down in Ecuador, and we had done some of our ceremonies out there, and I had never done scrying before, and I have a Shiva eye stone that was told by my teacher that I could do some scrying in it, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, I didn't even know what that was, and I was kind of told what it was, and then so I had this vision, and I was sitting there and I was looking into it, and what the divine showed me, and the Gaia, the mother, she showed me this really ancient grandmother, and she was totally crystalline, almost shaped like a tooth, and at the top was this ancient grandmother face, and her whole mouth was covered in this black soot, and she couldn't breathe, was the message that I got. And I found that really profound, that I had that, and then we had this break, and she's been able to breathe, and that really touched me deeply, and really, and I knew that was true, but I hadn't seen it mirrored back to me in that way, and so it was really amazing to see that, and just to feel just so amazed that it can be, that she can get a breath, and because I know I don't like when I can't breathe.
Oh, me either. I have, I think I have PTSD from an experience one time. So yes, definitely need the breath.
Right? Oh my gosh! Otherwise, you get too toxified. Oh my gosh.
I know. It's and that's funny as we talk about this, how important the breath is, and taking the time to breathe properly and breathe. Just breathe, and the deep breathing and the connecting to your body. Because I know you work a lot with nutrition and stuff like that as well, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And just really focus on what's going in, how are things coming out, whether it's breath or food or, digestion and all that. It's so important. As far as, especially if we're learning to become lighter and lighter and lighter, we've got to really pay attention to those things, because it can really set us free and then allow us to fly a lot higher.
Yes.
Or lighter.
Do you have any best practices around that you could share that really help you, and to help maybe the viewers out that, might be struggling right now with like eating and, how to listen to their body or nutrition, or anything that you would like to, bring up and talk about in regards and around that platform?
Number one is drinking lots of water, and most people, it's probably pretty common, but not everybody, people know it, but they don't always pay attention to how much water they're drinking, and what kind of water they're drinking. If you have access to really spring water or a good filter, and you can put even a crystal in your water glass, or have a filter that, can really just give you really clean water, because the water just really detoxifies us, and it's really a conduit. If we have a lot of, I notice when I'm really hydrated, I can just tell that the energy just moves through my body a lot easier. That the chi energy and so on. And so I usually recommend water, get in water and drink water, and especially that's number one as one of the, and of course breath. Actually, well, that's kind of a toss up, breath and water, but those two. Breath and water, so important. There's so many, and eating a lighter diet, and chewing well is so important, to just really chew our food. I used to just, a couple bites and swallow, just preoccupied and so on. So just presence and what's going in, what are we eating? What are we putting in there? These beautiful temples.
Yes. And isn't it so? And I just, it's something I've been working on myself, to step up to the next level, to eat better and bring that nutritious part of us, and to be mindful when we eat and open up to being able to be present during eating and enjoying the food, and noticing too, I don't know about you, noticing how our bodies are starting to talk more. I notice when I eat, I always listen to, do you like this? Do you don't like this? And, I see my body as I come in alignment myself, and I notice for you as well, how it's talking more at a different level too than it has before. Are you noticing that as well, or has that been something your awareness?
Yeah, it has. It's definitely stepped up a lot, because before I didn't really, I felt like I was all numb to it before, and just, whatever, and the body's just there as the worker, and now it's so important to just pay attention and listen, and anytime we can connect with the body more is really a beautiful thing, just being in union with our body and soul. It's such a great combo especially when they're talking.
I know. When they're talking more, they're listening. So, and finding that opening to stay in that space with your body, to know, to listen to it, because it does talk all the time. It is our measurement to everything that goes on, and we've been ignoring it for so many years, and now it's, it's time to listen. It's really time to listen on all aspects of everything.
Yeah, it's so true. I know. Even just yesterday, I noticed, my big toe was hurting and my ankle, and I just had to slow down and calm down and take it easy and really just pay attention to what's needed, what's missing, what can I do? I love you, and just bring presence to that area. Maybe even get in a bath or put your hands on the area that maybe it could be hurting, it could be talking, but usually if it's talking to us in a way that may be pain, that we should stop and just say, hey, what's going on down there? Is there something I can do? Can I drink more water? Can I eat differently? Can I get you in a salt water bath? Can I rub a little ointment on you? Or just, it's important to listen, and I'm learning to do that a lot more.
Yeah, and that's honoring the temple that we are, that this physical body that's taking care of us as we walk along this world and be in this space of our higher selves, connecting and aligning to the both together, moving through these beautiful, beautiful times. So, what else is going on in your world as far as your work and things you're doing?
I spent a lot of time. During this time out, I was able to finish. I hadn't had an office in a while because I do the healing work, and I was able to finish a healing studio here at my house. And so that's just, I didn't have my own space for a while, and it was really hard. And even when I did have a space in the past, I was sharing it with somebody, and that was okay. But now that I have my own space, I can really set the energy and keep it at that resonance and be able to step it up every time I come in. So I've been able to work on that, which has been amazing. It's a golden chamber. Yeah, it's all golden, and I'm able to get all my crystals and my vibrational tools, and so that's just been a delight. I think that's probably the thing that's excited me the most lately. Oh,
fabulous! How cool is that? Now, is that something that you just do in person, or are you doing the healing chambers online as well during this?
Yeah, I'm doing more remote sessions, obviously.
Okay.
And I mean, even if someone's in agreement that you want to come in, it would most likely be okay with it in person at this point. But yeah, the remote work's really powerful. I remember when I first learned a lot of these modalities, we were always taught the remote sessions too, and they're really powerful. I mean, sometimes they can be even more powerful because, you know, a client can be uptight or even the practitioner, and to not, you know, sometimes to just be remote, the energy just, I mean, it's like that, you know, we're all connected, and it doesn't have to be physical at all.
Yes.
And that can be a gift as well as the physical as well. But so it's just different for everybody, and especially during this time, you know.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit of what you do, just for listeners that might not know, so the type of healing work that you do, so they might want to book a session with you?
I've spent a lot of my training is in the Avesa work, which came through Sri Ramkad Kira, and it's a lot of chakra balancing. I'm also a medical intuitive, and so I can help people if they're not getting clear on the messages from the body themselves, which I totally get, because it's been, you know, it took me a long time just to even, you know, get a little message from my body. And so I can help people identify those areas that are maybe congested with experiences from the past, or even, you know, past life or present lifetime, and just help those energy flow through those areas that maybe have a congestion from different experiences, because we all grew up in this world, and we go through all these different experiences. You might call it programming, and so it's mental, it's emotional, it's energetic, it's spiritual, and so and I do what's called ascended numerology, and that's just basically looking at the codes of different dates, and even, you know, the time, you know, when people get the 444, you know, and just these different things that we can look at and give people readings, and so they can help them understand the true essence of who we are. And sometimes, you know, and it's all about the client remembering it, and I'm just the facilitator to help that energy flow until they remember who they are. And that's been true of people that have helped me and along the way, and have continued to help me to remember. So yeah, really just helping people remember the truth of their heart, and that love that we all have.
Oh, how beautiful. And since we're talking about it, how could people get in touch with you if, and then I'll also post that on the YouTube channel afterwards, so, you know, as well. But if you'd like to tell them right now how they'd be able to get in touch with you, or your website.
Yes, they can go to www.soulwisdomhealings.com, and that's www.soulwisdomhealings.com, and there's a menu there, and then you can visit an area where you can actually generate an email that will be sent to me from the website itself. And there's a kind of just a little bio there on what I do and some of the modalities that I'm offering. And I think something that I haven't updated on my website is just the fact that I do remote sessions. So if you go there and remember that I do remote sessions as well.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, because I probably would have forgot at the end of the show. So I'm like, let's get it in now while we're talking about it, because I get stuck in the energy sometime, and it's just like, whew, there we go. So what do you feel in your world right now that's really been shifting, like going forward with everything that's going on right now? Have you had any messages or anything that's been coming through, like in your awareness and your presence on your path, that you could share, open up to? Or anything you like to bring up right now and share with everyone here on the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour as they cosmically explore this world?
You know, it's really been a deeper compassion has been coming forward a lot. And,
yes.
You know, everybody's been going through something, you know, and that's what's really, and just this universal energy that we're experiencing, this, you know, this virus of consciousness, you know, it's really bringing forward and showing us things about ourselves that, you know, that can be released and can be worked with and understood. And so what's really coming forward for me is just a deeper compassion for all beings. Just the fact that everybody's on a different journey, you know, mm-hmm. and it has all these different aspects. And as a younger person, I would more than likely to judge that. And so just having the compassion to understand that we're all so different, and we all have a different gift to offer. And so that's been really the general message that I've been hearing throughout this time, this reset moment.
Oh, wow. How beautiful. I remember my friend called me the other day, and she had been out, you know, talking about the compassion and I, you know, all the different levels of people. Not, I haven't been out that much, but when I do go out, but, you know, just watching like online and just, my little versions outside, she called me. She said, Becky, the zombie apocalypse started. And I just had to laugh. And I was like, you're so kind of true, because it's like there's all these levels now of people who are still asleep, who are waking up, who are going, what the heck is happening, to been awake for a while and up leveling to another level from where they've been before. So it's very, and then like the truth of everything coming out on top of it with the media and everything. So it is kind of like, as she said, I called it a zombie apocalypse, but it's so interesting and beautiful to witness this awakening at a new level and having that compassion, knowing, this person is where they are at this point on their journey, and knowing, just witnessing all those different levels from different dimensions and different, different timelines. So that's the interesting time that, and that's so true, the compassion. So what a beautiful message, that's coming forth for you.
It's really exciting times. I know the song from REM, it's the end of the world. We know it, and
mm-hmm.
I feel fine.
Yes.
Right? I know, and it's just, that's been coming through a lot lately, because it's a shift, it's a change. It's like and a lot of us that have been on the journey or just really been focusing and reading a lot and just, looking at spiritual information, and like we knew it was coming. We just didn't know what form it would show up as, and then it's shown up here, and here we are.
Yeah.
And we get to dance.
We get to dance, and I'll tell you, it's I know a lot of it's the dance that was given to us could have been a lot worse. She could have given us. So yeah, it is a beautiful dance though, in the awakening. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited just to see what's going to be unfolding as years to come and months to come, and just all the brightness and the beautifulness that's going to open up and expand from this time, and the changes in the world that are coming to, it's just really cool. I don't even have words for it, because it's just, I mean, I've been awake for a while on this journey. I know you have it well. It's just like, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? And it's like, it's here. And how we navigate through it. I was like, did you read the Schumann resonance the other day was up? What was it up to? 138? And it's usually like 78, the electric. What is that? Huh?
I've been hearing these kind of echoes from people on this subject. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, that it was, and I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, everything's amplified.
Everything's, and I think it's usually for like the last 100 years been at like 78 or something. Don't quote me on that. But I don't really pay much mind to it. But I think it's usually like 77 or 78 for the last 100 years or something really happening with this planet right now. Did I lose you again? Yeah. We are going to have to call Corey back. We are getting see the energies are so high right now. We just keep on disconnecting. So maybe I'd like to call in right now. The number is 515. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought what the number is. See how it is. 517-208-1500. That's what happens when I multitask. So let's try to get Corey back again so we continue. And he's going to do a lovely, lovely chakra balancing for us at the end of the night here. And hello, are you back with us?
I am back.
I was just saying how the energies are just like so amazing right now that we just keep on kicking you off. So welcome back. Did you just up level?
We were definitely getting a tune up for sure.
We are. You got a tune up. You got an up level. So what did you learn on that journey you took when you left us? What do you come back to tell us as you go into a multi-dimensional parallel universe?
Yeah, I am just smiling and just, oh gosh, yeah, so exciting. It just, the energy, yeah. It just, sometimes when I feel it or I think about what's happening, I just want to like blow out of my body or something. It's just like, that's pure excitement and love for life, and
yeah.
So,
And that's the keys, having, and I, for me, one thing, not only compassion, but playfulness is coming back. That's why I got the bubble machine. Oh my God, I've had so much fun with that damn bubble machine. You got to get one. They're awesome. But yeah, I think the playfulness and the joy and the love and bringing that energy during this time is just so freaking important. That's part of enjoying life, and that's when everything flows.
Yeah, that's so true. I love hearing about the bubble machine. I mean, it's that child's delight of just that fascination, that energy of excitement. I always use the example of Christmas morning. Because Christmas is a big thing for us, and it's, I mean, not so much now, but as a kid, that Christmas morning feeling, you walk out and, there's all these things and sparkly and, and that childlike wonder is so important to have available to us and play. And especially now with everything that's been going on, it's like, if we can find that, man, you're going to be just fine.
You are, and that's the key. And another thing, I always stuck with a teacher of mine taught me years ago, be curious, the curiosity, like a wonderment of a child, like you said before, to have that curiosity of just to explore and just to let go of all these expectations of how we think the world should be and what things should look at and worrying about everything, and just have a curiosity, wonderment of life and enjoying it and knowing and trusting that everything is in divine timing and will just flow and come together.
Well put. Yeah, it's like sometimes I want to say, or even say to myself, quit being so damn serious. It's like my son, he'll be bouncing around and laughing, doing all these voices and stuff, and then I'm like, kind of grumpy. I'm like, wait a minute, I need to be more like that again. And so
yeah.
Yeah, see the kids playing and remember that we all have that. That's who we are. That's our nature, is to play, and that's why we came here.
Yes.
To play and love and light.
And have fun. And we can learn so much, we always shut children down, and tell them to be quiet. But we need to start looking at our children as our messengers to learn from, because they have the key of how we should flow right now. And they are the messengers of the new world, of showing how we should be and allowing things to flow and not, worrying.
I agree. That's absolutely true.
So, yeah, all these changes. Anything else coming to you like to share with us this evening here?
Let's see.
I know we're kind of just going with the flow tonight. We had no platform, but it's always fun that way because you never know what's going to show up. What cosmic hole you want to go down, Corey? We can go all the way if you want.
Well, so much fun. I mean, I think, earlier you were talking about how we were talking about, just the apocalypse or, the end of the world, or as we know it,
Yeah.
And the cool part is how you were saying that, it could have been a lot, crazier or traumatic or, and it's the fact that we do have time to be in creation and to help each other wake up from the dream and pull ourselves out so we can really see all the truth and what's available to us. Then it's like, then we take it back into that realm of, we can create the world we want, and to remember and to not be so serious. It brings it right back to not being so serious, because, so presence, I think, is where I'm getting at, is presence.
Yes, presence. And I think, too, a big thing, talking about creation, you were talking about creation and co-creation. That's a huge thing right now. We've got to let go of that, that competitive world and move into the communion of co-creating together to help each person move forward the best way we can and not have that competition anymore, in that presence of the co-creation of this world we're creating right now, which has never been before. So we're not like little kids just opening brand new eyes and like being able to create whatever the hell we want to.
Yeah, I think that's why it's so exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we can create this new world that we want, and to let go of the old paradigms of how we've all been, processed, programmed from birth, is that we had to be that way. We had to be that way to survive, right? And if when we study and we understand spiritual truths, we understand that that's not necessarily true, that we have a choice. Yeah. And it starts with us, in our hearts.
Yes.
And being vulnerable.
Yes.
And just, okay, here I am. here's my ego. And that's what I'd work on a lot. It's just really letting the ego show up and see it for what it is and be like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. You have nothing to hide or be ashamed of. It's just part of being in density, and now you're releasing it, and now you can enjoy more freedom to create that lighter life that I've always wanted.
Yeah. I think too, the ego too always gets, we've got to love the ego too, and becoming allies with it, to know like this is what it did for us then, and this is where we need to be now. And as I said, when I first met you, one of the beautiful things I saw from you is, that complete balance of both energies. And, that's such a beautiful message right now of what, the 2020, the year it is, the world, is the year of balance, and finding that balance between both those energies to come together to alignment through the heart. So, I don't know what your thoughts are around that.
Yeah, it really is just, it's a surrender and into that still center of balance. And, a lot of us orient to one way or another usually, and usually it's, can be imbalanced from the perspective of looking at it. I'm getting lost in my words.
It's okay.
It just means as far as, when I was younger, it's like, I was taught, you have to be a man and you have to, you have to be this and you have to be that. Mm-hmm. But really inside I was feeling more feminine, more like, oh, I just want to be gentle and like loving and like, gentle with everything around me. But then I had to be, kind of tough, and dad, toughen me up and whatever. And so I think it's coming to terms with there is balance and there is a place for both. And, when you need the ego, it can be there to help protect you, from something and get you, out of the way of that car or whatever that's coming at you. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of the ego, It's
yes.
Like that's a classic misconception, I think, is, and I was on that train as well. I was like, kill the ego.
Yeah.
And I was on that train for a long time. And then I was like, whoa, wait, we can soften the ego. That's a different feel,
Yeah, because the ego just wants to be loved too, just like everything else.
Yes, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
So, kind of like looking somebody off their path, the ego got off its path and just wants to be loved as well.
Yes, yeah, love the ego, because then then it releases things that don't really need to be in control anymore. It's like releasing yourself to being let the soul be the captain and let everything else relax. And then the ego saves you, saves the body. So you can still be in body.
Yes. We do need the body, the protector. Well, some people want to move way out of it, but it's if we want to stay here in the form we are in at this time.
Yeah.
That could change in the future. So you said you were going to do, it's 8:42. Can you believe it's 8:42 already?
Oh my gosh, yep.
Well, I don't know what time it is there, because you're in California. I'm here in Florida. But, so you were going to do a beautiful chakra balance for us this evening. And I don't want to run out of time, which I always do. So would you like to bless us with a chakra balance?
Absolutely.
And then we'll finish the show.
Excellent.
I'm turning it over to you, sweet love. It's all you.
Right, beautiful ones. Let's just take a moment and just get comfortable where you are, whether you're laying or sitting, or you could be driving, but if you're driving, just be careful. Maybe not shut your eyes, and just take and place a hand on your heart, right on that heart chakra, center of your chest, and just taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that. Go ahead. Great. Okay, and just pay attention to your breath. Just let it be gentle. And I'm just going to guide us through a little visualization that will help balance our chakra energy. Because we all are in the world, and a lot of times we can get out of balance, and I know that I have to consistently check in with myself. And so let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is just be and breathe, and I'm going to go ahead and guide us. So what you're going to notice is an infinite symbol in the color of green coming right into the center of your chest. The green infinite coming right into your heart and letting that spin right in the heart chakra, right in that beautiful love center, and letting that spin freely with the green healing frequency. Okay, and let that just spin there in the heart. The heart's our foundation. And next, we're going to notice a golden infinite symbol. And it's in the vertical position coming into the heart. And it's just going to join with the green and the gold and the green, allowing these two infinite symbols to spin together. And allowing that heart to come forward. And just let it spin. And so we have that emerald green, horizontal position, spinning with the gold in the vertical position, and just let that spin for a second there, bringing us into that ascended presence. And now, you take a breath. So, I just feel the balance of that energy. And now you're going to notice that the green, horizontal, infinity symbol, you're going to make a copy of that. And you're going to allow that to go all the way down to the base of the spine. Down to the base of the spine, to that root chakra. And letting that spin with that beautiful green, emerald green healing frequency. And just letting it spin there, letting it clean and clear anything. No need to dive into it, just let it spin and clean and clear, bringing you into complete balance in your beingness. Take a breath. Oh yeah. Alright, and now we're going to go back to the heart chakra. And we're going to make another copy of that emerald green infinite symbol, and we're going to bring it down right around the belly button area. We're going to bring it down in that horizontal position and just let it spin right there at the belly button area. Letting it spin, cleaning and clearing in that love frequency and bringing forward that balance. Letting that area balance out. Take a breath. And now we're going to come back up to the heart chakra again, where this foundation of our galactic energy, the gateway to our galactic energy. And we're going to go ahead and make another copy of that emerald green, infinite, and we're going to send it down just below the rib cage, right at that third chakra, solar plexus area, and just let it spin there. Beautiful emerald green healing energy, cleaning and clearing, balancing. Let it spin. Taking a deep breath. Bringing forward that empowerment. Alright, and back to that heart chakra. And if your hand's not already on your heart, you can just have your hand there. And noticing your heart chakra spinning with that gold and green together. And now we're going to make another copy of that green energy, and we're going to bring it up to the throat. So allowing that infinite green energy and that infinite symbol to spin right into the throat chakra. Right there at the truth chakra. And letting it spin there, and you may notice that the sapphire blue is coming forward with a little bit of emerald green. Cleaning and clearing this area. This tends to be the bottleneck of energy, so let's just let that one clean for a minute and clear away anything that wouldn't allow the energy of ascension to come forward. And just letting it spin there, taking a deep breath. And now we're going to come up, right up to the third eye, right between the eyebrows, and just notice a white crystalline, almost a pearl energy in the horizontal infinite symbol coming right into the third chakra. Sorry, not the third chakra, but the third eye. And letting that spin there. And then another crystalline white in the horizontal. Well, horizontal is already spinning, and then the vertical comes in, another vertical symbol in the white crystalline energy. And letting those two spin together. These two spinning together, opening up the vision chakra, and letting that spin there in that crystalline white energy. And notice that you're still in your heart chakra as we notice this area is beautifully awakening. And then now we can come up to the crown chakra, where you notice this violet energy is coming forward, and a violet lotus is blossoming at the top of the crown chakra, opening our energy up into fifth dimensional frequencies. And you'll notice kind of a diamond-shaped energy there, starting at the bottom where the third eye is and coming all the way up in the diamond-shaped energy, which is the exploded crown chakra. And notice how you feel. Allowing it to be, allowing your connections to be present, and knowing that you are always connected to an infinite source of love and light, of that which you are. All right. And as we finish out here, maybe just take a final breath. And coming back to that heart chakra energy, and opening your eyes if you have them closed, and just being present to your beautiful vessel of a body.
Ooh, thank you for that, Corey. Whew. I don't know about you, that was amazing. Whew. I feel great now. And I stayed here. I didn't take off somewhere, so I did good. Hey, I got a quick question. I checked the board real quick. We're doing good here. Ariana from New Zealand had a question for you that came through. She tried to call, but I guess the call board's not. I've given up on the call board. It says, wanted to ask Corey, there are so many 444 and 4444s this year. So what does it mean with these numbers? Do you have any insight on the 444 for 4444?
The way I understand the 444, and it's one that always is coming for me as well as the 1111, but the 444 to me really represents that still center. It's like a trinity of the still center of balance. Mm-hmm. It's like a reminder that there is always a still center of balance available to us in our hearts. And it's also a 4 plus a 4 is 8, and plus another 4 is 12. And this is kind of an ascended numerology look at it. And basically that brings us into a 12, which is a completion energy. This is the energy of you in divine flow. And so when I see this, what I usually feel around the 444, and there's kind of a universal theme and there's also a personal theme. And when I see it, what it tells me is that I am in flow and I am in connection with the divine, as we always are. But it's kind of like a reminder saying, hey, here's a little reminder here that you are in flow and the universe is right here with you, and we are creators. And it's really about flow and really like a code that is really about that still center of balance.
Beautiful. And so true. And that's kind of where we need to be right now, in that flow and that balance. So how beautiful. Thank you, Ariana, for that amazing question. And thank you for your beautiful response, Corey, because it was right on. So So appreciate it. Oh,
Thank you, Ariana, for asking that question, because it's helping me be more clear about it too. But a lot of times there's all these codes out there that are talking to us, and one of them is the 444. So I can relate to that one.
Yes, I get that one a lot as well too, the 444. So it's been popping up. Actually, it popped up earlier today. So
Yeah.
she said, "Thank you, Corey. That was awesome. Yes, appreciate it." What to say? You are welcome. Thank you, Ariana, for the beautiful question. We appreciate it. And sorry you couldn't get through the call board. I don't know. I have it on. I don't know what's going on. So talk about balance. This call board and I have to find balance together because we just...
I know. Earlier before I got on with you, and I was checking the time, and it was 4:44, of course. And then now I'm looking at it, and it's 5:55.
Yeah, it's fine. I have 5:5. I have 8. So I have 8:55. So I have the 4:4 and the 5:5.
Well, yeah. See, everything. The reality is that everything is always talking to us.
Yes,
and we can talk to it. It's like it's just codes. Everything is code.
It is. And just learning the codes and being aware of the codes. And that's the key, is really taking time. And I feel that, right now, this is the time to step back and really be aware of all the codes and messages that are being sent to you all the time. And it's just being aware and present with them and seeing them and noticing them. So, because everybody always says, right now, I've been hearing a lot of people say, I feel so alone. But the reality is you're never really alone. You might physically be alone and not somebody be there, but there's always someone with you looking out, giving you messages and guiding you, just taking the time to look at it. So
true. I know, it's so true. And the more that's uncovered as we go through these shifts, the more I am reassured of that every day, because yes. It's just that we've been in kind of an encapsulation for a long time, and now it's time to shatter the illusion and really reconnect with everything that we are and everything that is. Yeah,
I love to look at it, the magic around us. I mean, we live in a magical place if we open up to see the magic that happens every single day, every moment of the day. So I'm a big magic person. So, I like my sparkles, my bubbles, and my magic. So the unicorns and the dragons and the fairies. So... Going into the cosmic. So are you offering any specials right now? Because we are at the top of the hour. We got 8:57, so we got to wrap her up. And any specials or anything you're offering right now to the callers or right just in general?
Okay. Yeah, I'm offering a chakra balancing, and it's a remote session for, speaking of the 444, but it's actually $44, and that will include a sound session, as well as the balancing, and I use crystals, and it's a great healing, and you'll be infused with the Avesa energy, and normally it's $66, and so I'm offering for $44 right now.
Beautiful.
And just special right now, yeah.
Awesome. And once again, your website or how people can get in contact with you, and then also put it on the YouTube.
Oh yeah, www.soulwisdomhealings.com, and also I do a show on Oneness Talk Radio on Sunday at 3 p.m.
And the name of your show, and I want to apologize for not announcing that. That was on my mind and went out the door. So thank you for bringing it up.
I get it. I know, with all this energy, it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's called The Journey.
The Journey. And it's on Oneness Talk Radio as well, so you can look up Corey on The Journey on Oneness Talk Radio. And also this show will be on YouTube. I'll probably be up like Monday or so. I'll put it in. And so I'll have all that information Corey gave this evening on Oneness Talk Radio. Also, you can find me on Instagram on Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour. And if you need to get in contact me, my website is Rebecka Gregory at www.RebeckaGregory.com. So...
Sending you cosmic heart love and gratitude for joining us at the Cosmic Tune-Up Happy Hour today. Join Rebecka next week at 5 p.m. Pacific right here at Oneness Talk Radio. Until then, keep on exploring you and changing from within.